Greetings, 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 greetings. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are y'all doing? How feeling? Great rising, great rising, great rising. Greetings. Greetings, great rising, greetings, great rising. What's popping, what's popping? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Trying to get the best light up in here. Want to be a little dark today because it's the dark moon, baby. It is the dark moon. AYIBOBO. What's going on, my warriors? Ashe. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. I am Robin, coming to you during this beautiful, powerful, potent, super dark moon, new moon energy in Scorpio, baby. Ashe. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? How y'all living? AYIBOBO. I am feeling it. Like I said in the descriptions, the vibe is high, the energy is thick, the spirits are out because the veil is down, baby. And the energy of it all is in Scorpio. So, of course, I had to come and show my face, celebrate this energy, and pass these words and messages of encouragement, enlightenment, forward movement, healing. Prosperity is definitely the name of the game. Ashe, AYIBOBO, Ashio. Before I even get started, I want to say thank you to the divine, to my Loas, to my Alicias, spirit guides, spirit animals, and of course my ancestors for allowing me to come through with this message of love, light, dopeness, peace, and righteousness. Ashe. We are divinely guided, guarded, protected, cloaked if necessary. AYIBOBO. We are rooted, suited, and booted, baby. Ashe. AYIBOBO. Ashe. Yes. So I am super excited because the energy and the vibe is definitely flowing through me. It is a potent time, super dark moon. Y'all know for Amethyst and Clover, we do not look over the super dark moon. It is first of all, the day of the day, if you're rocking with the Loas, Orishas, and spirit guides, Ashe, AYIBOBO. It is the day of Met Agalwe. It is the day of the Marasatwa energy, Ashe. It is the day of La Sarine, that is like the mermaid, the sirens, Ashe, AYIBOBO. That is the energy of Urzali Frida, Ashe. So when you're rocking with Triple Goddess energy in my realm, that is Gran Urzali Frida, Urzali Dontor. That is Yemiya, Oya, and of course, Oshun baby. Ashe. Yemiya, Oya, and Oshun, AYIBOBO. Or in the event of just thinking of Triple Goddess energy by themselves, Lilith, right off rip. Medusa, right off rip. Who else we got? Persephone, Ashe, Minx, Newt, AYIBOBO, Hecate, dare not, loved one, dare not. Ashe, AYIBOBO, or any other, Pele, Kalima. Y'all better come through. Like, wait, whoa, hold on. wait. Yeah, so definitely, if you're rocking with the dark goddess energy, if you're rocking with goddess energy, that energy is out, that energy is ever present, but it is potent today. Super full moon, even though we cannot see it. I know I can't see it. Ashe, that's the whole point of it being a dark moon. It is closest to Earth than what it normally is. Scientists say, Ashe, AYIBOBO. What else is going on? Oh, we definitely rocking with that Scorpio energy. It's all about, the mysteries, the truth of it all. Uranus is definitely out. Uranus, how it is you rock. Ashe, AYIBOBO. That energy is out, so there's definitely a lot of shaking up. A lot of surprises are definitely taking place. If you haven't already been feeling it, experiencing it, seeing it, hearing it, thinking it, it is definitely on the way. Y'all know with dark moon energy, I always rock with Oya, rocking with her. And, since All Souls Eve, so since October the 30th, 31st, and so on and so on, I've been encouraged to rock until the 6th. Ashe, AYIBOBO. So that's what the kid is doing. Give your offerings, pour your libation, say your ancestor's name. Just because Halloween or, whatever type of festival, ritual, spiritual work that you may have done, that energy is still out and it's still ever present and it is potent. Ashe. So however it is you rock with, the dark moon, new moon energy, whether you are setting intentions, whether you need some clarification, whether you are letting things go, whether you are, healing, period. There's definitely a transformation cycle that is taking place. So no coincidence is that today being the dark moon, and it's Oya's, or in every other dark goddess that I just listed is their moon as well. But Oya specifically, I'm rocking because I am she and she is me, AYIBOBO. But Oya rocks with Scorpio, and her planet is Uranus. So Pataki's folklore and legends say, take that to your altar, baby. But that's how I rock. And that is the powerful energy that's taking place right now between Uranus and Pluto. You got Uranus rocking with Aquarius, and you got Pluto rocking with Scorpio. So Pluto sometimes is and is not planet Ashe, near black hole, AYIBOBO, love surprises, loves the sensuality, the sexuality, the chemistry, the feminine masculine energy, all that stuff, and then you have Uranus, who's also in regards to change, forward movement, forward growth. They're both about truth. They're both about honesty. They're both in regards to sensuality, sexuality, unions, partnerships, friendships, loyalty, passion, fire, the Quan. Ashe, show me the money, baby. Show me the money. So yeah, that is definitely heightened, and that is definitely the name of the game. Lovers is definitely out. Let's take a look into some energies of the Oracle, Ashe. Yes. Y'all know how I am with my shuffling. So this says, time, enhance the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. Oh, yeah. So they're telling you definitely they want you to enjoy the moment. They definitely want you to be in the moment. They definitely want you to enjoy the moment. Be in the moment, and let that be a message that things may be coming fast. You know what I'm saying? So you have to carpe diem. You definitely want to seize the moment. You definitely want to, take the opportunity. If you see it before you, because if you've been rocking, it's been a lot of, slowing down, taking your time, thinking things through. And that is still definitely the name of the game. But if the opportunity has presented itself, then you definitely want to rock. The energy of Scorpio, new moon energy, dark moon energy for us. You definitely want to work through your fears. So what they're saying is that, things are coming together. There's a lot of good things that are coming together for some. And it was so many messages. Like, I really encourage everyone to just take some time. I see a lot of the collective, my tribe, my people that I love, respect, and rock with. They're doing a lot of meditations. They're doing a lot of spiritual energy. It's not just all about, the magic and, all the rest of that stuff. Is a lot of grounding work that's taking place right now. There's a lot of love and a lot of healing and a lot of getting together. The collectives are getting together. So if you don't know how to meditate, there are tons of people on all the social medias right now that is rocking with this energy. I'm sure that you can find the person that is out there for you. Ashe, AYIBOBO, and shout out to all of my goddesses, to all of my feminine warriors, to all of my healers, to all of my nurturers, to all, and especially those on YouTube that have paved the way. Because all your energy, baby, she definitely paves the way. And I just want to give a gratitude, much love and gratitude to all of the women that have come before me. I look to you, I look up to you, I appreciate you, I value, and a special, little something, something to the sisters of the crew, because without seeing you and without you actively engaging, who knows? Who knows for the kids? So I just wanted to get that off my spirit. Spirit has been, very transparent and very open lately. So I will be very present and ever mindful of what wants to come up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't just rock with my spirit, I rock with my ego as well. There is definitely a balance that needs to take place. So maybe that is someone's fear. You're trying to figure out how to get rid of your ego. I may not be the YouTuber for you, because I believe in rocking with high vibration and low vibration. Energy is just energy, you know. One isn't better than the other. And to try to erase one is actually, you know, killing off or closing off a part of yourself. And I rocks with the all. Big. Ashe, ashe. So yeah, speaking of that, killing yourself, that energy, the death card did come through. And there's definitely an unk going on here. The Ankh is ever present. The Ankh has also come through in regards to the Emperor, who is also out. Ashe. Yes, I know. It's a lot of things going on with relationships and love, and you know, we're gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there. But what they ultimately want you to know is things are coming together quite nicely. Things are coming together, you know. And this is, you know, not just in regards to lovers, but if you're in a serious committed relationship, you know, there's that super full moon, that super new moon energy. You definitely want to pay attention to that, because whether you're in a relationship or whether you're solo dolo, this message is for all of us. You know, I'm sure that we can all find ourselves in the messages that are coming through, you know, so things are coming together quite nicely. Either you have let go of something, or you may still need to let go of something. There's a death phase that needs to take place. There's a transformational phase that needs to take place. And if you hear me bouncing around, it's because, again, like I said, there's so many messages. Please take time to get them for yourself. What needs to come through for you is going to come through for you, and not just through me, more specifically through you. Ashe, ashe. So as things are coming together, some, like I said, have already gone through a death phase of transformation, and you may not be able to see the rainbow right now. But trust me when I tell you that if it's not already out, if you're not already seeing the benefits and the fruits of your labor, or what all of those tears, hurt, and pain was all about, it's definitely on its way. And it's not necessarily anything that you have to do, because there's already a new opportunity that is coming to you. So they were saying specifically, you know, carpe diem, seize the moment. That opportunity and that time is definitely now. If you've already gone through the phases, if you're just now going through, you definitely want to spend time there, you know, heal, feel what you want to feel. But just know that there's a balance. When you have the Ankh coming out twice, you know, that's definitely masculine and feminine energy. And, you know, according to society, you know, they always say that the feminine energy is always about nurturing, is always about, you know, being understanding and being caring and considerate. And it's not just for others, it's specifically for you, especially at this time, you know. But you definitely want to make sure that you have your emperor energy with you, that fire energy. And yes, is a watery time, is deep emotions. For those that don't know, I rock really hard with the water energy, especially the Scorpio energy, because it reminds me, and I see a lot of me in it, and a lot of it is in me, Ashe. And, you know, to see that Emperor energy, that's that Aries fire energy, you know, it's still a part for me in my world. It's still a part of that earth element, because it actually has, you know, the ram as an animal thing. So trust in your gut, trust in your instincts, having the balance of it all. There's a reason that you had to go through this, because that new opportunity is definitely coming. You know, regardless of where you are in the phase, there's definitely people who are not happy. There's some, out of all the beautiful messages that has come through, there's still it's still laced with some lies, some deceit, some trickery, you know. Whenever I see this card, I always say, keep it close to the vest. You know, don't really share what you have going on outside. It's you and your mate, or it's you against, you know, that negative energy. There's still some people that are fake smiling in your face. They're really not happy for you. You know, and if you get that sense, I don't rock with keep your friends close and your enemy closer. Hell to the no. If you get a sense that, you know, there's someone who really doesn't want good for you, you have to be mindful. Let me not say that so strongly, but try to be mindful that the energy that you are surrounding yourself with, that's the energy that's coming around. You know, you definitely want to acknowledge there may be some negative energy. There may be some hate and some jealousy or some envy. In my world, envy and jealous are two totally different things. You know, jealousy is just you're not willing to put in the energy to go and get whatever it is that you're hating on the next person for. Envy is knowing that no matter what you do, you'll never possess that. So it's, for me, envy is a little dangerous, is a little bit more dangerous than jealousy. But nonetheless, that serpentine energy is out. That snake energy is definitely out. And what it's also telling you is to have a balance. Let that come through in regards to a balance. Don't just focus on, if you know, John Blonde is doing X, Y, and Z. Don't let that solely be your focus. You've been through these cycles of time and time again. And with all your energy, and her number is 9, that cycle is almost complete. I know when people see, the 10 of Pentacles, it's like, you got the rainbow, you got the house, everything is as it should be. Everything is coming together. You still you're just getting to the court. You just get into the court. You haven't met the page yet. You haven't met, the mother, the father, the brother, the sister. You haven't met them yet. You haven't met the king and the queen yet. You're still growing. There's still things that need to be done. But it's telling you that from where you are right now, wherever you are in your phase of life, you have done a lot of work, and beauty is coming from that. Your foundation is strong. There's still time to grow. But you must acknowledge that you've grown. You must see the opportunities as they appear. They may not come in the manner in which you want them to come, but they are definitely coming through. They're definitely coming through. I have the Goddess of Wands here, energy here, but there's also a lot of growth here as well. You're very mature when it comes to knowing how to use your fire, knowing how to assert yourself, knowing that some things that we may have given attention to in the past may not be worth our energy now. Everything is coming into the light. You really, honestly do not have to do anything but just let it appear. Just let it appear, Don't intermingle your energy with that, especially if you're getting a sense of it, A lot of us, like I said, we're coming into our clairs, or we're coming into our gifts, or we all have gifts, but some of us are actually acknowledging them. Some of us are actually waking up to them. Some of us are actually, on that path. It's definitely on that path. It could be a hard time for a lot of us right now, but this is the time to make sure that you're nurturing yourself, because even in the dark, even in all of this darkness, she has on her white ankh, which represents purity, which represents the light, which represents, cleaning, cleansing, purging, getting rid of. That death card, it means more than just physical death. Death to negative thoughts, not from other people, or not just from other people, but ourselves especially, death to, always saying we're broke, because what we throw out is what is coming back to thee, so with all of these pentacles that are lined up, and then you have pentacles here, you have a pentacle here. So regardless of what's being, thrown around, remember, what you have going on. You have the sun and the moon is out. That's that masculine and feminine energy. You want to make sure that you're thinking logically, you're feeling what you're feeling, but you're thinking logically. There's no need to be rattled from the thought of someone trying to do you harm. Protection is the name of the game, Definitely giving your gratitude, definitely actually seeing the protection, not just around you, but around your loved ones, around your ancestors, around your divine spiritual warfare, to those that rock. Ashe. Pay attention to what your familiars are doing, especially for those that have cats, for those of us that have cats, and it's any type of cat. It doesn't just have to be a black cat, even though black cats have a little something extra. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to pay attention to what they have going on, because their senses and their intuition, they see things, they feel things that we just don't see and feel. So definitely make sure that you're rocking and you're paying attention there. For the couples and for the lovers, yeah, you're definitely headed in the right direction. You know, you've worked very hard as a unit, as a team. You know, you've been building. You've had some setbacks, but you've never given up. You didn't give up on yourselves. You didn't give up on each other. You didn't give up on the plan. A lot of us, you know, we have plans, and they always say, you know, tell God your plan and be prepared to laugh. I get it. But, you know, even through all of that, you still found your way to get closer to the goal. Now it may be time to actually take a moment and see what's going on as a whole. You know, is there any type of training? What's the next step? Is it still something? There's still something that needs to be done. You know, and maybe as a collective, you're not sure in regards to which way to go. Ashe. So if you're not sure in regards to which way to go, now is the time to use the energy of this super dark moon, of this new moon, to really, you know, be transparent with yourselves and with each other, because especially if you are a team, you know, whether it's romantic, platonic, or however you rock, if you're a team, you definitely want to make sure that you're having the proper conversations. You definitely want to make sure that you're being honest. You definitely want to make sure with your partner, you're not keeping anything back. You don't have like if you're in a relationship, you don't have a plan B. This is your plan A, B, C, D, and E. This is your 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. You're in it to win it. If you're not in it to win it, then by all means, just say that. Say that. Do not deceive. It's going to come out anyway, and it's not going to benefit you. If you're not happy, say that. It doesn't mean that the relationship has to be over because you're not happy, because happiness takes place internally first and foremost. But if you're not getting what you feel as though that you need to be getting out of the relationship, before you just call it quits, have a conversation. If you know it ain't shit, then baby, it just ain't shit. Like, but if you feel as though and both parties still want it, figure out how to get back on track. Figure out how to get back on your path. Figure out where did, you know, y'all make that left turn at Albuquerque. You can get back on your path. It's coming down to choices, you know. It's really coming down to a lot of financial gains, though. You know, maybe some of us, like I said, need to take a class, need to take a course. There's something else that you need that's going to get you even closer. There's definitely something else that you need. Feminine energy is definitely on deck. You know, like I said, fertility is really big right now through all of this, you know, even in the death phase, life, death, and rebirth. You know what I'm saying? Fertility here, when you're looking at the sunflowers and, you know, you're seeing all this feminine energy and you see that she's in her red, and there's also a lot of red here. So definitely time to get to the root, definitely time to ground yourself. I said it before and I'll say it again. Right now is a wild fucking ride. It's really a wild ride. You know, I'm seeing things and I'm hearing things and I'm like, that's some wild shit. I truly am, you know, so you definitely want to be mindful. Buckle up, stay suited and booted. The time is to go after what's yours. You're being presented, you know, with new thoughts and new ideas and new opportunities. Yo, our ancestors are out this piece. They're out here. Look for the signs and symbols. Me and Milton, we were watching, what were we watching last night? I think it's called The Harder They Fall, the Western movie with Regina King and Idris Elba and a whole cast of love. Yeah, and as soon as the movie came on, it popped up with, I forgot the actress name. She's not new, but she's kind of new to me. Anyway, she was representing Mary Fields. When I saw that, I was like, hey, my grandmother, my ancestor, her name is Mary Fields. You know, so to see that, you know, and then to see or hear so many other things that's been popping off, if you're seeing that, if you're hearing that, if you're feeling that, if you're seeing it through movies, books, if you're seeing it, those are not coincidences. There was no coincidence that, you know, Mary Fields popped up on a screen and the actress was portraying Stagecoach Mary. I know this lady because you cannot tell me that she's not an ancestor. You cannot tell me, you know, her and my grandmother had posted a picture a few years back and they look almost identical. I don't know how, but in my spirit, I feel it. So to see Mary feels, it was like, shout out to my grands. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely out here, and they're definitely, like I said last week or whenever I did the last live, they're super proud, and they're bringing gifts. They're bringing power. They're bringing knowledge. They're bringing new thoughts and new ideas. They bringing it. They are bringing it all the way, all the way. But with all the red that I see, there's not a card here that doesn't have some red in it. There's not a card here. There's not a card. It may come across a little orange. And if it's coming across a little orange to you, because orange has also been around, your sacral plexus, your sacral plexus, your sacral chakra. I've been saying your sacral plexus for a really, like 24 hours now, like for a minute. Your sacral plexus, there it is again. Your sacral chakra, you definitely want to take a look into it. If there's any type of confusion that's going on, especially, with your sexuality, your sensuality, with that feminine energy, the divine energy, that triple goddess energy that's coming through, there are messages in that. Lilith, first wife of Adam, the OG, pretty much of it all when you're looking at, Christianity, she would not be controlled. She would not submit. I'll put it to you that way, especially when it came to the bedroom or wherever they were at that time. He wanted it X, Y, and Z. She wanted it 1, 2, and 3, and she was not willing to break on that. She was not willing to bend. She gave me the energy of Eartha Kitt. Every time I think of Lilith, I always think of Eartha Kitt, because Eartha feels as though nobody should have to compromise, especially a woman. She shouldn't have to compromise for shit. And that's Lilith energy, and if you read the story of Lilith, and you really dig deep into it, you'll see that she was strong and she was bold and she was brave, and she didn't take no shit because she didn't come from Adam. She came with Adam. They were supposed to be partners. They were supposed to be yin and yang. They were supposed to be doing things together. No one was ahead or better, than the other. And according to the stories, whoever write these stories, it always seems as though that masculine energy or the men are always butthurt about some shit. And therefore, they want to demonize and demoralize and crucify and, all this other type of stuff to the woman or to the feminine energy. But with Lilith, she gave no fuck. She didn't wait for him to, tell her to leave. She left. Ashe, and becomes a part of that whole dark moon energy. AYIBOBO. You got Medusa coming through as like, before there was, in this modern day and time, before there was the popularity of Oshun or, the overstudy of Aphrodite, there was Medusa, and her story in regards to her feminine power and how men just could not resist. They just had to have her, even when she was like, no, and was just standing her ground and just being a warrior about hers. And then feminine energy came into play and sabotaged that. There's a lot of stories and folklores and pratakis that take place that you can really pull from and rock with and really go beyond what you've been told or go beyond what you think there could be that room for growth there. It'll help you to see, the beauty in the feminine energy, the beauty of the woman. Ashe, there's a lot of power here. We don't have to go back and get our power. We don't have to call our power back. Maybe that's just for me. No one can take anything that I'm not willing to give. And if they can, I don't want it back. No way. I have an abundant, infinite supply of energy. I'll just regenerate. I'll generate some more. I don't want that no more. It's tainted, it's ugly, it's ill, it's vile, and it doesn't belong to them, so they can't keep it anyway. This is why it's always the ciphering of energies. They want you to really see your options, working as a team. And if you're not working as a team, if you're just rocking with your spirit, your ancestors, and, the divine source, however it is you rock, that's your team. That's your team. Stop looking at what others have and pay attention to what you have going on. They definitely want to have a conversation. There's definitely messages coming out. Definitely. But in this relationships right now are they're really, really big. And there are a lot of issues that could be presenting themselves for whatever the reason. There are hard lessons that are being learned. There's a lot of pain of having to experience that death phase, with someone. But it's ultimately for the greatest and highest of your good. If things have gotten extreme, it is trying to shake you. That is the energy of the Scorpio. That is the energy of Pluto. That is the energy of Uranus. That is the energy even of Venus. I told you, Urzali Frida and Oshun, they rock with Venus, but they're also meant to shake you up. Venus is not just about love and yummy goodness. Venus is a fucking warrior. Let's be clear. She's warrior energy. She just has a different way of going about getting what she wants. But let's be honest about the situation. Love and hate is on the same spectrum. They're just on two polar opposite ends. And somewhere in the middle of that, a lot of people like to play. And now is not the time for play. Now is about the time for you to be on your path to get the things that you really, truly, truly want out of life. And it's time for you to be honest about that. Death to lying to yourself. Death to lying to yourself. Ashe? Ashe. Yeah, so let's see what animal energies are coming out. For those that have been in committed relationships, y'all have done the damn thing. Regardless of who had what to say. I'm not talking about the fly-by-nights. I'm not talking about the entanglements. I'm not talking about the situationships. I'm talking about legit couples, lovers. Y'all have experienced a lot of drama, headaches, setbacks, setups, plotting, people trying to twist you. And it just made y'all stronger. It made the bond that much more. It actually helped y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that they were trying to do, that energy is now coming back to them. It's going back to them. Stay focused. There's a whole bunch of people saying, girl, he said this, and dude, she said that, and I heard, and they heard, and all the rest of that stuff. Y'all know what y'all got going on. Like I said from the very beginning, some people are out here to do exactly what they've been put on this earth to do. And that is to create the balance within the chaos. This is all about chaos, and it's about creating the balance or finding the balance or being at peace in the midst of chaos. And the more that you practice it, maybe that could be a part of your craft. For me, I've learned a couple of things about myself, and I'm taking the time to acknowledge that and taking the time to hone in on that. That is now becoming a part of my craft. This energy that I don't really, I don't mind it. Just transparency. I don't mind it, but I do see its limitations. I do see how it could hinder. So therefore, I'm willing to, take a couple of classes, take a couple of courses, take a break and focus in on, my coloring, my drawings, my art, my poetry. I haven't written really anything in a long time. And when I saw this card come through, I was like, oh yeah, I've colored, I've made things, I've revamped some things, but I haven't really taken the time to put pen to paper in a poetic type of way. I journal my ass off, but in regards to, what has life been missing for me? There's something in regards to, the poetry that needs to come through. So whatever it is that you're going through, remember how you release. Ashe, remember how you release. Remember the outlets that you have. Some of us, my playlist, before I came live, my playlist was crazy because the shit was talking about everything. Lisa Nicole Jam came on, all cried out. Superwoman came on before that. In the Air Tonight came on before that. When I flipped over the death card, Toes by the Baby came on. I was like, how we go from, In the Air with Phil Collins to Superwoman. And what is her name? White. Karen White. Then we go to Lisa all cried out, and then we go to Toes. Then we go to Toes, baby. Listen, no. Before we went to Toes, we went to Rick James and Tina Marie. that song. And every time I hear it, I always think of Fire and Desire. Every time I hear that, I always think of Martin, Gina, and Martin. So yeah, if your relationship is worth fighting for, don't let anyone tear it apart, because that is the goal. That is the message that's come through the last couple of times. That message has been around for a legit month. And I'm going to say it again. If you are in a relationship and it is good to you, it is good for you, it is for the highest and greatest good of you as a individual and as a collective, as a team, as a unit, hand in hand and back to back, stay suited and booted. Allow this hardship, to bring you closer, not to tear you apart. Yeah, divide and conquer is the name of the game. And love is always, at the crux of it all. That's Oya's message. It's time to get to the crux of it all. She's cleared the path. Whether you like that it's been cleared or how it's been cleared or what's been cleared, the path has been cleared. Ashe. And you definitely have a decision to make. Don't forget about the things that you have thought about and the things that you've wished about. Those opportunities are definitely coming. Maybe it's a opportunity to invest. Someone is definitely trying to reach out to you. Now, in regards to someone, as I just saw, the two swords coming out. The aces are out. Like I said, the ancestors, they out. But, some people may be coming back. You thought the relationship was over, and your world, it really is over. And here they come again. Like, what the fuck? There's no need to get all saucy and ham. See? The king and queen, they on it. They cool, they calm. They're not letting anyone play with their fire. They're very well rounded. They know their power. They know their worth. They know what it is. You know what it is. If you're entertaining backseas, you want to take that to your altar. But, no backseas. No backseas. There are a lot of opportunities out here if you're paying attention, if you're looking, if you want to see the opportunities. There's definitely going to be a lot of balancing. You're definitely going to have to rock with spirit. You're definitely going to have to meditate. You're definitely going to have to just peace, be still, be quiet, be centered. You're going to need to do that. The roots, a lot of roots are present. There's a lot of earth energy out here. There's a lot of earth energy out here. So this could be the grounding part of water. Scorpio is water energy. Water is fluid. Is also a conduit. It carries the highest of frequencies and vibrations, and it carries them the longest, and it's one of our living ancestors, one of our living elders, ancestors, however it is you want to look at it. The trees and water, very potent. This moon is very potent. It's trying to get you to really go within. Scorpio energy is about that intense energy. It's intense. It just is. It's intense. And I do know that a lot of Scorpios, they have little ways of releasing that energy. It comes across as nervous energy. They have energy in abundance. They feel so deeply. A lot of times they don't know how they know, but more times than not, they know exactly how the fuck they know. More times than not, they see and know things that you don't even think to thought, or the thought to think that they know. It's really no hiding. But I said months ago that energy will come when it's going to be harder to keep secrets and harder to find the truth. That energy is now. So if it's harder to keep secrets and it's harder to find the truth, baby, for me, when that message came through, like I said, you don't really have to do anything. For those that are trying to keep a secret, it's going to be super duper hard, if ever, especially with the Scorpio energy coming through. Especially when you have Uranus and Scorpio and Venus, the trinities, the threes, they've been popping. You got the trinities out here on this Madasa 3 day, on this day of the deep, the mermaids, the whales, Oluhun, Ashe, let's be clear. If you're going down deep, because that's where Scorpio energy is, its card actually is, in the tarot, it is the death card. So, it's a Scorpio energy all day. Transformation. Some of us are moving. Some of us are, we're moving from the city and we're going into the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us are buying land and we're building on that land. Some of us are teaching ourselves how to grow, and we're really starting to see, because this is, depicted as wheat, but it's green, You grew that. Be proud of yourself. and teach others. You know, each one teach one. There's a lot of us that have black and brown thumbs, and we could learn how to really hone in on the how nature in regards to seeds turning into seedlings, turning into, you know, this green wheat. How does that work? How did you get it to do that? So some of us are willing to take that class. Some of us are willing to, you know, really hone in because we don't understand how flowers, plants, and herbs communicate. I don't hear them. I just don't. I don't hear them, you know, and I know that I'm not the only one. And this is probably why, you know, faux plants is like huge. But just know that the energy is out and it's the spirits are out and they vibing. You know, whether you the good, the bad, the uglies, and the what the fuck. Spirits are spirits. It's not just our ancestors roaming around out here. So make sure that we stay protected. Make sure, you know, do a cleansing. Do a cleansing. And not just, you know, of the outside, of the inside as well. Your home, not just on the inside, but the outside as well. Not just for, you know, your ancestors, but for all of the dead. Ashe, animals included. AYIBOBO. Asheo. Yeah, some of us, it's time to adjust our crown. Some of us is going to the throne, you know? And there's going to always be people that are not happy about that. There's going to always be people that's going to be like, why you? Why her? Why not you? Why not her? You know what I'm saying? I am her. Why not? Know your worth. We're in the thick of it. See, somebody, I'm trying to tell you, my playlist has been bouncing around. That's Mary J talking about we're in the thick of it. Listen, if you know that it's over, know your worth. Even if it doesn't, oh, thank you, Spirit. It doesn't even have to be such a negative thing. Oh, that's 1010. Oh, this is the last message of the night. Ashe. If you're going your separate ways, it doesn't have to be such a bitter thing. Like, not everybody breaks up because of an argument, a fight, they lied, they cheated, they this, that, and 30. It doesn't have to be so dramatific. Good night. Like, you know, some people don't understand that peace is everywhere. You can be peace no matter what the situation is, but not everybody is going through the crazies. For some, it's just not working. Maybe you've outgrown, or maybe you grew into who you were and they liked who you was, you know, or that you're grown into who you are. You've grown into who you are and they liked who you were. Maybe it's that, you know, or maybe the boundaries, maybe because everybody's growing. I just keep seeing like maybe you grew apart. There's definitely been a transformation within a relationship. For some, it brought the couples closer, and for others, not so much. And then you have some that are really trying to force the situation, even though you know that they're lying, even though you know that you're lying. It doesn't always have to be the other person. Sometimes it's you, boo. Sometimes it's you. You know? Now is the time to really just own up. If it's just not working, it's just not working. No one wants to hurt anyone, but trust me when I tell you, being lied to, being deceived, you know, in regards to someone loving you or wanting you, or you're in a relationship and they're in a situationship. They're looking for a way out. You in it for the long haul. You loving the long way, and you know, they've already moved on to greener pastures. That hurts way worse than coming to someone and saying, yo, for real, you know, I love you, but this isn't working for me. Or, you know, I love you, but I just don't want it. Tina Turner said, you know, what's love got to do with it? Sometimes love is just not enough. Not in my world, but sometimes love is just not enough, so people say. And if that's you, and if that's not enough to keep the relationship going, transformation. It's time to move on. Maybe your job. Times are changing. You know, maybe, you know, your job is coming to an end. It's time for your career to start. With all of this red, all of this fire, all of this passion, What are you passionate about? What is it that you want to do? Because it's lucrative. It's lucrative. You just have to acknowledge it, own up to it, and start walking that path. Just walk that path. Ashe, ashe. And we have the electric eel spirit. Bring your dreams to, baby, I can't make this up. And that, like I said, that was the last message. Bring your dreams to life. Electric eel. That's all your energy all day. Electricity, the lightning, you know, or any other Lawal, Odisha, spirit divine that you rock with. Ashe, ashe. But yeah, it's electrifying times. Make sure your seatbelt is buckled, because the ride is wild. And the deeper that we go into it, going into December, going into the actual death phase, yeah, it's going to be a wild, crazy ride. I said that a few weeks ago, you know. Stay suited and booted. Buckle the fuck up. Buckle the fuck up. But when I see this, I think of Moana, when, and I know that she was more of a, what was her grandmother? She was more of a stingray, but stingray, electric eel, they all fucking shocking. So, and then let that be a message. Like I said, it's going to be some surprises, and it can actually be shocking. But this is a 6. 24 comes out to be a 6. So you definitely want to make sure that you are rocking with your spirit. It's going to be shocking, but it's going to be like a part of you is going to be like, I knew that. You knew. You knew. You know. You know, and if you're still in that confusion state and the moon is dark, introspection is definitely the name of the game. For those that participate in sex magic, baby, tonight will definitely be that night. I'm just saying, it will definitely be that night. For those that are participating in sex fast, I don't know how far you're taking your sex fast, but try like tantric sex. You know, that's like sex without sex. It's more of an energetic thing. You know, do some Reiki on each other. And I know people are like, you got to be specialized. Not really. No, you just have to be open and in tuned. Set your intentions. If you want to feel the energy and the vibration of a person, you'll feel the energy and the vibration of a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, you don't have to just be legit certified and spent thousands of dollars and only you can do it. That is just so not true. Take it from a massage therapist. That's just so not true. You know, in my Reiki class, I didn't have a clue in regards to, you know, actually Reiki and the way the teachers were breaking it down and actually verbalizing it. It's totally different than actually experiencing it. You know, Reiki taught me that energy really is a transference. You know, acupressure taught me that more so than Reiki, though. I wonder why Reiki came up. Who's a Reiki master? There's something going on. You know, if you're a Reiki master and you're confused in regards to what it is that you're feeling, maybe the Reiki master needs a Reiki master. Ashe, ashe. Maybe the massage therapist needs a massage therapist. Maybe the tarot reader needs a tarot reader. Ashe. Maybe everybody needs to go to their altar. AYIBOBO. But yeah, it's going to be electrifying, you know, and as hard as it is, or as hard as it may be, it's going to be such a beautiful thing. You're going to really see the worth. You know, like when you're going through shit, you be like, I don't even know if this shit is worth it. Yeah, you're going to see the worth because people are seeing the worth in you. And I said that a while back, and here that message is again. I'm listen, we need to stop reminding. So I'm going to say this, Sankofa. Sankofa. It is not taboo to go back what was lost, misplaced, stolen, and or forgotten. Sankofa. But no backsies. Sankofa. There's a difference in that. You know, just be prepared for a wild ride. The highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the uglies, and the what the fuck. Because their cycle is coming to an end, and some energies does not want that to be the case. Remember who you are. Remember what the fuck you're about. Be bold, be brave, be peace, but don't take no shit. We bend, we do not break. Ashe. And that's for all my warriors, whether you're a warrior of love, you know, of peace, space, time, whatever it is you're a warrior of, or whatever it is you're a warrior of. If you don't play with your time, you're a warrior of time. If you don't play about your money, you're a warrior of money. And like I said, money is definitely on the table, but you have to continue to do whatever it is that you need to do to get you to that point. And these new opportunities, and this new way of thinking, changing your perspective, you know, acknowledging the death of whatever is no longer on this realm, on this plane, in your life, in your field, in your atmosphere, whatever it is supposed to be happening. Whatever is coming up, it's supposed to come up now. How are you going to move? That is the question. How do you proceed? That is the question. And you already know that serpentine energy is out. The emperor is out. He didn't get to be an emperor just on the strength of being an emperor. Not this emperor, not my emperor. You know, he's gone through battles. You know, he's cried, he's bled. You know, no one makes me bleed my own blood. Ashe, AYIBOBO, but he has Ashe, you know, and so has the goddess of wands, the queen of wands. She's gone through a lot as well. And we have too. But we're also changing, we're evolving, we're shedding layers, we're growing. If a snake doesn't shed its skin, it legit dies. Ashe. So yeah, let that be an energy. Old layers are sloughing off. Don't be so rigid and try to hold on to it. Don't be rigid. Go with it. Go with it. Have your boundaries intact. And remember, just because there's a lot of opportunities and everything is being offered to you, not everything is good for you. Not everything is for your greatest and highest good. Ashe. Ashe. It's a beautiful time. Don't let these jokers, jackals, tricksters, spirit energy, shapeshifters, spiritual, energetic vampires drain you. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Yeah. And again, if you're part of a unit, hand in hand and back to back, is you against the world, baby. Is you against the world. Ashe, know that more is definitely on the way. It's not going to tell you how. That's not Scorpio's way. Just know that it's more on the way. Ashe, Ashe. May no ill thought, words, curses, hexes, spells, negative energy, or vibration cross you, your ori, your auric, or aortic field. Baby, know your ancestors are out. Ask them for clarity. You know, do this. Ashe, Pops. My Pop says yes. My Pop says yes. Ask for some clarity. You know, if you're all about starting something new, because there's a Ace of Pentacles and a Ace of Swords out here, you definitely want to set your intentions. You can do that tonight. Dark Moon energy. Really take a look. Really be honest with yourself. What do you really want? See yourself clearly. Know that you've grown. Know where you've grown. Take some time to get to know the new and improved you, you know, who you are now. Introduce yourself, reintroduce yourself, align yourself. Let that be Ghost face. Rock on, know your worth. Like I said, toes came through, the baby toes, when the death card came out. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with life. Yeah. She said, if you leave, then that you done with life. Yeah, that part, that song, yeah, you want to rock with that. Check that out. And on that note, I'm out. I love you, I love you, I love you. Peace, 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 peace. Peace. Peace.